Good morning, folks. We've got space weather, earthquakes, and rethinking of long-term solar flare timelines. We'll get to it all, but begin over at spaceweathernews.com, where we find the last 24 hours on our star were very calm. No solar flares yet, and no solar wind intensification. That last part is unexpected, as the southern coronal hole stream may have actually missed Earth, given the lack of any signal in the telemetry. All is calm now, as a weak stream could clip today, but the northern coronal hole there will impact Earth early next week for sure. It will be at that time that we'll be able to magnetically diagnose the incoming sunspots. Right now, only the lead umbra is visible and nothing else. This is a mature umbral core, but there may be more coming behind it. Unfortunately, coming in with these sunspots are a number of plasma filaments as well, so the entire heliographic longitude appears to present an eruption threat that is holding back so far. Quick seismic notes. The last day saw continued aftershocks in Mexico, where residents were utterly unnerved at the possibility of more destruction, and panic modes are becoming sprinkled in there. There's major volcanic activity upticking in progress, with the big eruption expected in Vanuatu, which actually makes you look back to the 6.4 on the 20th and realize it's probably a blot echo of the volcano eruption. Interestingly, the USGS went back and gave the Japan quake from that day a significant designation, which allows it to count for the statistics model, which is good because we had the alert zone surrounding the epicenter of the quake. Top story today will require a bit of consideration regarding timelines. A tremendous geomagnetic storm has been implied by the records over Japan, which would have been comparable or maybe slightly bigger than the Carrington event. When you consider the 1921 and 1989 storms, you begin to get a few decades timescale for major flares as opposed to once every 200 years. This matters a great deal now that we are in a technological age. Jumping to weather, where just like yesterday, the converging air masses in the central U.S. equalize their physical and chemical properties to add to the cloud-making, rain-dropping energy. Hurricane Maria out in the Atlantic is still slated to brush the east coast with its western side until far eastern Canada up there, which may take a direct hit. I'd begin monitoring the tracks now from up there. Folks, come out to the desert next President's Day weekend to see top scientists and researchers and members of our community, as our annual gathering is set for Albuquerque. Solar storms, health effects, magnetic reversal, and more of our favorite topics. Website members, don't forget your podcast discussion from yesterday morning. And by popular demand, the carbon climate bombshell story was made public here on YouTube last night. We've got your wind maps, water run at Null School, and shots of our star to close. We'll do this all again tomorrow, right here, but right now it's 5:30 a.m. in the new Valley of the Sun. Eyes open, no fear. Be safe, everyone.